I gotta tell what I feel.
Okay. It's come down that it's been a landslide for Biden. And here's the thing that troubles me just a little bit. Bernie Sanders still has a path to possibly getting the nomination, but it's gotten very difficult for him. I know he's angry because he didn't carry all these states and he was expecting the youth to come out to vote and support him, and they didn't do that. And that's what bothers me about you young folks, man. Are you reliable or not? Because, Bernie's got a few good policies and so on and so forth. So he has a right to stay in there and still fight for this nomination. That's what he has to do. I just hope and pray he doesn't do what he did last time to Hillary Clinton. Stay in the race, damage her, and damage her. And then a lot of Bernie fans said, I'm not going to vote at all because the DNC took it away from him. Yeah, I got in a big argument with my big brother yesterday because he's a big Bernie fan. And he said, look at them. They're corrupt. The DNC is taking the nomination away from Bernie. And I said, ask yourself a question, Rodney. I said, who controls the primaries? He says, exactly. I said, no, you're not paying attention. Who controls the primaries? The states. It has nothing to do with the DNC. The DNC cannot send out memos and say, hey, I want everybody to endorse Joe Biden. I'm sure there's some things they can do behind the scenes, but listen, this happens in politics since the beginning of time. Your opponents usually endorse the person that's the front runner, especially if they have the same ideology. My brother, oh, no, that's crap. They came out just before Super Tuesday. I said, that's what they're supposed to do. I mean, think about it. Donald Trump called Marco Rubio low energy jab. Told Ted Cruz, who's just such a punk, that his wife is unattractive and his dad's a murderer. But guess who they threw their support behind? Donald Trump. But the one person that I'm a little concerned with, a person that has zero possibility of getting this nomination, is Elizabeth Warren. Because now you're putting yourself before your party, and in this instance, before country, because everybody knows how diseased this administration is. Elizabeth Warren cannot win. What is she pondering? Oh, we got to reassess our situation. Now, I do understand that you have an obligation to your donors and the whole nine, but now you're just in it now just to make noise, to continue to build your brand. And, I admire Elizabeth Warren because I think she's sharp, but she took third place in her own state. Why are you hanging around? Because it's very clear that Joe Biden, and they can make all these jokes, oh, he's the beginning of dementia and this and that. That stuff's not really funny. Trump's going to do that Burisma thing on him. And listen, he got impeached for bringing up all that crap, which was unfounded. At the end of the day, the only person who deserves to stay in this race is Bernie. And at some point, Bernie has to do the math and know that there's not a path. I just hope he doesn't do this. Okay, I'm going to stay here to the very end. I'm going to give my message about my revolution and all this stuff. Yeah, you can do that if you want to, but all it does is increases the chances on Donald Trump getting another 4 years because your party is divided because of ego, selfishness. Again, that may not be applicable to Bernie, but I'm starting to look at Elizabeth a little bit different. I don't know how y'all feel about that. Hey, make your comments. I'd like to hear from you. That's my rant.